Good morning, YouTube. A lot of guys complaining about the mic. I turned up the gain on this one. So let me know if you like it. Anyway, we're back today talking about this steel framed PDP. I've got some more trigger time on it, so I have some more thoughts. And we'll go through your comments. Be so much stuff to talk about. Anyway, this is the gun right here. I've got a steel frame PDP. This is the 4.5-inch version. This is the one that comes with the dynamic performance trigger, the magwell, all of the things. Now they've also sent me a slightly smaller one, the 4-inch gun, which is basically the same gun. It's just a little bit more violent in recoil, and you can feel the grip is just a little bit shorter. It's basically the same thing. Now, I have spent a little bit of time with these guns now, and I have to say a couple of things. First, as an out-of-the-box option, and about, a third of my friends are PDP nerds, where they just like the PDP. They like it more than a Glock. For whatever reason. When you shoot shoot this gun out of the box, I've changed nothing, changed no springs, nothing, just shooting the gun. And it's like, as an out of the box package, like it does make a lot of sense. Like it is very, very good. The grip is basically, it's very agreeable. Whether or not you love it, it's for you. I would say people find the grip in subjective testing. They find it agreeable. They're like, yep, this is nice. It feels like pretty much everybody can hold this gun in a way that's going to feel good, which, you would not say about Glocks. The thing that people like the most, the star of the show, for sure, I think, is the trigger. Little take up, you can feel a wall press through, not much travel. It's the type of trigger where, it starts getting like this, and I wonder, just for liability reasons, like how crazy they can make these things before they send them out. Now, I don't think this one's a problem, but you're kind of like, man, they start making them any lighter than that, and it's like it would almost feel unsafe. So from that perspective, trigger is super. For competition use, the trigger's awesome. Might be a little light for some other application, but for competition, it's awesome. The other things we have here that matter, this is the steel frame configuration of this gun, which I was told mattered for holsters, but like this gun fits my plastic frame PDP holster. I should try some other holsters. But anyway, it's a little bit different holster with this gun, and the gun's heavier, and it's more expensive. I think a lot of guys initially, when the steel frame PDPs came out, they just thought it would be better. I'm not really sure that that's how the opinions have gone now. Like, I don't really think people think the steel is better. It's a choice that you can make. It costs a little more money. A lot of people like it better, but is it actually like objectively better? I'm not really sure I'd think so. It soaks up the recoil a little bit, and it's a little bit more difficult to deal with in some other ways. I think that's kind of it. Anyway, like the basic feature set, using the gun, shooting it, it's great. It's accurate, reliable, haven't had any issues with it. It's doing everything that it's supposed to do. Now, there are two things that I don't really like about the gun. One of them's not a shock. Everybody talks about it. And the other thing is, another thing that I think people be aware of. First, the recoil impulse on this gun, the more I use it, the more it's just kind of like, man, I'm trying to think about how to describe it. I'd be like, well, it feels like it's a 40. I could say that, but it doesn't really feel like it's a 40. Now, it feels like it has more recoil than most any like striker fired type of pistol. Any similar configuration pistol, this one feels like it recoils more. Now, does it recoil as much as a 40? No, that's crazy. Not really, but it's a little more. It's like plus P compared to regular pressure. I don't know. But definitely it feels like there's more recoil. Now, does that really matter? Yeah, a little bit. Like, to me, it's the most annoying thing about shooting the gun is the recoil impulse. Now, you can see why there's a plethora of springs and aftermarket solutions for this problem for the PDP. It's because it is actually a problem. And I think people are a little bit divided on how to spring the gun. So there's like long stroke packages that increase the reciprocation, like the distance that the slide reciprocates, changes the feel of the gun a lot. You can just change spring weight. There's a few things you can do, and I'll experiment with it. I'm sure I'll get the gun sprung the way I want, but yeah, out of the box, I don't like the feel of it in recoil. I don't like the recoil spring. It's something that I would definitely change. The other thing that I don't love is the grip panel. Now, the grip is fine in terms of like size and shape. It basically makes sense. You can see here it's just a little bit more rounded as you come around. So I do better, I think, when the gun has more of a flat on it. And this is because, well, it's because of me, right? So if I'm a little bit imprecise how I connect my hand to the gun, I'll be just a little bit in the wrong spot as the gun curves around. So it can be difficult for me to stay connected. Basically, long story short, if I don't nail the connection right, I feel like the gun's slipping around in my support hand. The recoil impulse does not make that better, right? It kind of makes it worse because then I feel like the gun's really just not wanting to stay connected. Now, these problems are not exactly unique, right? Like, how many guns do I own that I don't want to have grip tape on? Not many, Most of my guns, like, they're going to have grip tape, or, something's going to be done to make it so I can consistently connect to the gun. With this gun, the reason I bring it up is it's just the rounded shape of the grip means I might want to change panels, which it's nice that that's an option, but I might want to change panels. Probably not. I think a layer of Talon grip around this thing is going to make a big difference. All up, I can see why people like these things have like a cult following. You can see why. Is it my favorite gun? Is it the one gun to rule them all for me? I don't really think so, but I have to acknowledge the gun is really good. That's kind of where it's at. Okay, let's go to your comments. Next video title, PDP is the one for me. I don't think I'm going to title this video that, but maybe I will. Really enjoy your honest commentary on all things. Thank you. You're very welcome. Okay, thank God Glock discontinued everything, so now I can sell my 19 to get the $1,800 required for the steel frame PDP. Yeah, so the steel frame PDPs, I'll admit, they're expensive. But if you look at the whole line, like the cheapy plastic PDPs are not expensive. And then as you buy more features like the performance trigger, mag walls, other stuff, like I think it's a pretty reasonably priced line. I will give them that. They don't charge crazy money for this stuff. Dude, as much as I've chased Performance Dragon over the years, I cannot shake the PDP. I always come back to it. My match scores always improve when I run it. Definitely my go-to gun. Sure, and I know a few of these people that, for whatever reason, they're just like, hey, I shoot the PDP better. I shoot it really well. That's the one for me. I'm like, okay, fine. I understand. Hell yeah, the PDP is the one for me. I started USPSA last year with a Canik steel frame. Had issues. Shocking. Shocking you had issues with the Canik. Changed to the PDP 5-inch steel frame match, and that thing runs. I did try the ZRTS guide rod with a 15-pound spring. The gun would not go into battery sometimes. Tried the 18-pound spring, had the same results. Went back to factory, and it just runs. Shot over 22,000 rounds on it, all kinds of ammo. I never changed one part in the gun. It still runs 100%. I bought the newer 4.5 you have there, and I like it better than the 5-inch. I have about 8,000 rounds on it with no issues. Yeah, okay. That's kind of what I see. Like, I will say you see PDPs run basically stock, and without a lot changed, I do see quite a lot of that. You have enough guns. Buy a microphone, dude. I don't want to. Shoot the 4-inch PDP SD Pro in local matches, coming from a 2011. Placing consistently around 10th overall. They're my favorite polymer. Okay. Well, that is good that you have a favorite polymer. And I could see the PDP being it for a few people. Let's see what else we got. This is my first year doing USPSA. I started with a 5-inch polymer PDP. Okay, so yeah, and that's a good choice to start with. I soon got a great deal on a new PDP steel frame match a few months in. So I went all in and got that, lock grips, long stroke guide rod, etc. Did 2 matches, just shot over 2,000 rounds through it. Concluded I was better off with the polymer and actually sold the whole steel frame setup I had. The steel frame feels awesome with the long stroke, like the recoil was way pushier and less snappy for whatever reason. My actual performance didn't change and actually worsened when it came down to it. Okay. In the end, I actually settled on using my compact grip off my PDP Pro with my 5-inch full-size frame. Yeah, dude, you're a weirdo. You sound like a weirdo to me. I'm just going to say that. Z-Spec guide rod. I don't think I'll ever change my setup again as long as I shoot carry optics. And for anyone who's read this far, I will also note I shoot exclusively 124 grain Blazer. Okay, and have 0 malfunctions in nearly 10,000 rounds between my 2 polymer PDPs. And my steel frame had 3 in the short time I owned it. I think the steel ones, from what I've seen, you have to keep the steel frame ones a little bit wetter, but they should run. A 224 grain Blazer running, that does make sense. And the 5-inch gun with the compact frame, like you, Sarah, are a menace. A menace. Oh, not really. That's fine if that's what you want to do. All right, 5-inch steel frame is the gun of all time with the ZRTS 15-pound recoil spring. I'm a full-time Walther shill. My opinion is correct. This thing is so good, my wife holds my hand in public again. Wow, I must be good. But that is the type of opinions you see from a lot of PDP people. Once they get the recoil spring to where they want it, they tend to have a high opinion of the gun. And like the one guy who said he did better without the steel frame, I could see that. It's going to depend on what you like as far as the weight of the gun to be. If you're not benefiting from the weight of the gun, most people won't like it. For me, the dynamic performance trigger reset was the wow factor. I love the 90-degree wall. It is about 90 degrees. Crisp break. Let's see that. Oh, look at the reset. Yeah, he's right. The reset's pretty crazy. Like I said, it's one of those triggers where you're just thinking, like, how do the lawyers let him send it out like this? Because it's pretty sick. The reset blew me away. Some tinkering led me to stretch the trigger return spring and got it done. No, don't fucking do this stuff, guys. Some tinkering led me to stretch the trigger return spring and got it down to 3 pounds even on the trigger. Oh, good. Dude, you had a good thing. Why do you have to go stretching springs? The only thing I would give it up for would be full-on race gun for fun or a 5-inch steel frame. Okay. Well, that's enough reading these comments for now. The last one just about gave me a heart attack. I'm going to keep shooting these guns, keep testing them. I'm sure I'll be back talking about them a lot. They are like kind of a staple gun for the USPSA nerds. So shooting them a lot does make sense to me.